talked a little bit about economic conditions and maybe some guarded optimism there. In our survey, close to 2/3 of professionals admitted they had to turn down work in the past 12 months. So, and again, our audience is going to be, management consulting all the way through embedded service orgs and technology organizations due to lack of adequate available resources, which seems bonkers with some bumpy economic times. Now, broadly, right, we're at nearly full employment, but of course, if you look at the data, technology's been down, consulting's been shedding jobs. So is it a mismatch or a lack of pairing of available talent in market? A services firm is inevitably going to always be a little bit behind the hiring curve because of the nature of things like bench and so forth. But what do you make of this? I mean, do you see something similar in some of the data you're seeing?
In all the years I've been with TSIA, we link every conversation we have with members to specific business challenges, and resource management is always at the top of the list. So, this has been a historic problem. It's a very people-intensive business, but there are really fundamental issues with the ability and really prioritizing resource forecasting. So we know that it's taking an average of 18 business days to source a project. And you've got the sales pipeline with percentages of close rate being predicted. And companies have got to do a much better job of mining this pipeline so they understand what projects are going to be hitting their plate in 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. And what skills and certifications and industry requirements need to be there when that happens. And we need to get ahead of, what projects we're going to be getting so we can intelligently start recruiting. And maybe hiring is down, but I haven't seen layoffs of consultants. And most companies are still trying to recruit consultants. And it takes, something like 3 months for a consultant to become billable. So there's a significant lag time. So absolutely, and I think that this is an area that AI is really showing some early potential. I know Cantata's got some great capabilities about resource forecasting and resource management. You mentioned turning down projects, and I don't have a data point for that, but I do have one data point from the benchmark that the average backlog of projects being deferred to the next fiscal year because you don't have the resources to complete the project is nearly $9 million. So that is revenue that you were supposed to close this year that is slipping to next year. So not only are you missing this year's revenue number, but you're also missing customer expectations because they've just gone through this 12-month sales cycle. They've signed the deal, they're ready to get implemented, and you come back and say, I'm not going to have a team for 3 months because of the big year-end push. So it's a significant revenue impact, but it's also really a significant customer experience impact as well.